guys, how are you doing? In this video I want to talk about working in India versus working in Sweden. I have worked in India for almost 6-7 years in few different organizations. I have also worked in Dubai for a year, and right now I'm here in Sweden. In Sweden I have worked for 2 different organizations, so I think that makes me a perfect candidate to give you a brief comparison, so that if you are planning to move to Sweden for a job, or if you already have a job, then based on this video you can decide that you actually want to move to Sweden or not to get your job. So you have a clarity what kind of work culture it will be, what kind of career you should expect for, and so on. Before that, a brief introduction about myself. My name is Pranali. I live in Sweden. I am from India. I have also lived in Dubai, and on this channel I am sharing my experiences of living in Sweden, my learnings and my journey. The first thing that I want to talk about is work culture. I think those who are working in Sweden will definitely agree to this point that work culture in Sweden is pretty cool. You can play some music, you can have headphones, and you can do your work. And if you don't have work, you can just actually chill in the office. You don't have to be always pretending that I'm busy, or oh my god, I do a lot of work. Nothing like that. You don't have to be always pleasing to your bosses. You can just chill in the office. Oh fine, I don't have much to do today and I'm just chilling, and that's okay. That's completely fine. There is also a fika culture. It's like somebody will get sweets on Friday evenings, and then you can have some occasionally. Any of your colleague may give champagne, and then you can have some and enjoy your weekends. So I think that ways it is very cool. Also, there is no calling sir or ma'am. You can call everybody, you can address everybody with their name. I think culture wise, definitely I gave 10 out of 10. Please, if you are looking for a good culture and you have some opportunities to look for in Sweden, please join it. It's amazing. Work culture is completely amazing. It's very free. You just have to be you. You don't have to pretend always. Talking about salaries, promotions and increment, very important topic, money. So when I talk about increment, if I compare back in India, if I'm expecting an increment, so I should, at least if I'm doing good and I'm super duper happy with my job, or my boss is also happy, so I'm at least expecting 15 to 20% of increment in a year. But that's not the case here in Sweden. If you know about European markets, it's developed markets, so the inflation rate is hardly 3 to 4%. So your salary increment also will be proportionately. So your salary increment might be 3 to 4% yearly, not more than that. And if you're super smart and you're doing your work amazingly, then you might get 1 or 2% extra, not more than that. So if you're somebody who thinks, okay fine, I'll join with this package and next year I will negotiate well with my bosses, so that's not going to happen, boss. Negotiate well right now before you join. Now talking about promotions are also very slow. The lateral growth is very slow. It's not like, okay, this year I'm a manager, okay, after 2 years I'll be senior manager, and post that I'll be some GM or something like that. No, that's not going to happen. It takes time. The promotions are also very slow. Provided that if you're working in a small industry or small startup companies, again you can be like GM or somebody, or you can be a CEO in like no time. But if you're working for a very big organizations, then your promotions will be very slow. So your boss has to move up, then only you will move to his position. So it's like promotions are also very slow. So if you are somebody who look for very fast paced growth, then this is not the place for you, I would say. Sorry to say that, but that's how it is. It's okay to say no. Suppose a very important person or every senior management is involved and he has sent you a meeting invite, and if you don't have time, you can simply decline. You can write a mail back saying, I don't have time, I'm busy with my personal work or something. Same thing, if I imagine back in India, I think if I decline that invite, which is very important to everybody, and I don't have time, then it would have been like, oh my god, Pranali, how can you be so rude? But that's not the case here in Sweden. I can just say no, I can't do it because I am busy, and that's completely fine. Everybody understands it. Again, if you have some deadline coming up, and if you think, okay, I can't meet this deadline, or this is very crunched up and I know that I'm not going to meet this, you can just go to your seniors and you can say, oh boss, I am not going to meet this deadline and it's not going to happen. That's fine. And he will just try to understand your point of view, but still you can say no. But same thing if I do back in India, then I have to be ready with all my presentations, my explanations and so on and whatnot and blah blah. But that's not the case here. You can just say no, it's not gonna happen. So it's completely okay to say no, and you should learn to say no to lot many things, and that's gonna help you a lot. Very strange thing I came to know after joining here in Sweden is you can do your personal work in your official working hours. Just hold on, it's not like going to buy groceries. That's not the personal work I'm talking about. I'm talking about personal work like going to a bank. So I think in my other videos also I talked about this, that in Sweden everything happens with an bank appointments. If I have to go to a bank, I will take an appointment. If I have to meet to a Arbetsam Mendling office, or if I have a call with an Arbetsam Mendling people, then I will have an appointment, a call appointment. So everything happens with an appointment. So if you have an appointment to your tax agency related to your salaries or your insurance or anything, or your medical health, medical care or something, then you can just keep your calendar busy. You can tell your bosses, okay boss, I can attend this meeting, I have some personal work to do, I'm going here and I'm going there, and it's okay, everybody will understand it, because you're not going to get that appointment on Saturdays or Sundays. So you can do that work in your official working hours. There is no system of jugad here in Europe. Back in India, my half of the work used to happen through jugad. Like if I have a work in accounts team, I was like, okay, I'll call him. I have a friend in accounts, I will call him. He's like, हाँ Pranali, I'll do it. That's it, my work is done. But that's not gonna happen in Europe. If you have a work, you can just write a mail, you can fill a form, you have to send him, and he will revert you with his deadline time. Okay, your shortest deadline is, okay, I will do this work in 2 days of time and all that, and you have to wait for that 2 days. You can approach him, you can follow up before 2 days with him. And finally, if you know him, if he's very close to you, and if you know the friend very well in the organization, he will give you that favor. Just in very few cases. It's not like always you can call him, hi, hello, can you do this for me? No, that's not going to happen. You have to just actually follow the process. And sometimes it can be literally irritating. You is like, boss, I can just call you, we can just discuss this thing, and it's so simple, it's just 5 minutes job.
वो बाहर कैजुअलिटी में कोई मरने की हालत में रहा तो उसको फॉर्म भरना जरूरी है क्या?
You have to follow the process, boss. You have to be on time for every meeting. There is no excuses at all. And finally, if suppose it's very unavoidable that you can't attend a meeting on time, if you're going to get late by 3-4 minutes, then also you have to write a message to your teammates, hi, I can't be on time, I'm gonna get late by 5 minutes, and I'll join you after 5 minutes in the meeting. And all the meetings ends on time. Like suppose I have a meeting by 4 to 5, so that meeting will end at 5. And finally, suppose I have something to say in that meeting, and I want to extend that meeting like for another 5 minutes, then I have to ask everyone in the team that, hi, I have something to say, or my agenda isn't over. Is it okay for every one of you if we can extend this meeting by another 5 minutes? So you can't take time for granted. It is very disrespectful that if you don't attend the meeting on time. Again, if you are on your phone while talking, or if you are in a meeting and if you are on your phone or in your laptop, so it is considered as it's very disrespectful. So you have to be attentive, you have to be on time, you have to be not be on the phone when you are in the meeting. So yeah, everything happens on time. I can't even imagine this happening in India, because back in India my meetings always used to get late. We are always waiting for somebody in the meeting room that, okay, he or she has to come and then we'll start the meeting. It used to be like that always, but that's not the case here in Europe. Working for more than your official working hours is not appreciated at all. Especially in Sweden, labor laws are very strict. If I'm working for more than 8 hours, which my job hours is, then my manager has to answer that why I am working, why I am so much overloaded. And if I am actually overloaded, then she has to provide an extra resource. She has to hire somebody else. So it's like you have to work. Actually, if my job is for 9 to 5, so I'm actually working for 9 to 5. I can't even imagine this happening back in India or back in Dubai for that matter. My job always used to be 9 to 7, 8 or something like that. I never gone on time to my home. So it's like in Europe, in Sweden, your job is for 9 to 5 so that you have time to spend with your family or to do your personal work. So you are not, it's not at all appreciated that you're working more than your actual working hours. Decision making is very democratic here in Sweden. You are not being told, you are being asked. Like my interview was taken by all my teammates. Like I work in a team of 6, So apart from HR, I had 3 another interviews. One was with my senior and other 2 was with all the teammates. So everyone has to agree that okay, this is a new teammate and she is compatible with the team or not, and then I was being hired. So you are part of every decision. Your opinion is being considered when any kind of new responsibilities, new person is coming in the team or something like that. Your manager will not just come and tell you, okay Pranali, this is your responsibility. It will be asked to me, okay, this is what we consider is your responsibility. Do you agree? Do you have any different opinion? And what's your opinion? Let's evaluate and all that. I can't even imagine this picture back in India or Dubai. There would have been very few instances this is happening. Most of the time it is like you are being told, but that's not how it works in Europe. You are being asked, you are not being told. I think that's wonderful thing about European job market. Your office colleagues are limited to your office working hours. It's like my friend, they are my friends till the time I'm in the office, till the time it's 9 to 5, and after 5 I may not hang out with them, they may not hang out with me. I have my personal life, they have their personal life. But back in India or back in Dubai, that was not the case. I used to hang out with all my office colleagues on Saturdays, Sundays. We used to go for party, but that's not how it happens here. They are limited to your office working hours only. And I think that's why also it's very difficult to find friends here in Europe, and especially in Sweden. I do not have as much as friends that I used to have back in India. So lastly and very important is your work-life balance. If you're working in Sweden or in Europe, your work life will be amazing, and you will have a balance between your personal and your work life. You will have a lot of time to spend with your family. You can pursue a hobby. I can go to do yoga after 5, so I can do whatever I want to do. I can't even imagine this happening in India or in Dubai, because I always used to be in office after 5. So yes, I think that's one amazing thing. And one more thing is mental stress. I would say mental stress here in Europe is very less compared to what I was working in India or in Dubai, because I was always running behind increments. I was always running behind promotions. Okay, this year I want to be manager, this year I want to be senior manager. But here that thing is going with very slow pace, so I'm not always running behind something. So yeah, I have very less mental stress and I'm happy with that. And yeah, I think I'm loving working here in Europe. And finally guys, thank you so much for watching till here, and please stay tuned. And finally, if you have something to say to me, please write me back in comment section. I would love to explore it. And if you do not agree with any of my point, please write me back. I would love to have more opinions. I would love to explore your experiences of working here in Europe.